Daphne Joy, aka She Love You Long Time, responded to the fact that her sex tape with Diddy got released. What's so amazing is that she calls herself a victim. Anybody that saw that tape knows that this woman is no victim. Victims run, scream, scratch, bite, fight. She was moaning. I've never seen a victim of rape. Not that I've seen any victims of rape, but I would assume that someone who's a victim of the R word is not moaning. If anybody was a victim, it was that man's penis, because you tore it up. She was in every position. She actually begged for more. Diddy didn't have to direct much. Anybody who saw the tape, they know what Diddy was doing. He was walking around. At one point, he fixed the camera. You just saw a greasy baby oil hand coming. And this is no lie. Anybody who saw the video knows that you just see this greasy hand come adjust the camera. He didn't have to direct her to do much. And when she was servicing that gentleman, she was moaning and groaning. She was enjoying it. Any man that's been with a woman before, especially a woman that wants to be with you, I would assume being with a prostitute, unless she's a good one, is not going to act like that, because she's doing it for the money. It's just a totally different vibe. And this is why I say Cassie was no victim. And when you listen to the court transcripts, she requested that a gentleman urinate in her mouth. Come on, man. Any man that believes what's coming out of her mouth when she says, I just want to hug that girl that I saw in the video because I just wanted to make him happy. Ma'am, you made a choice to do these freak offs. Cassie as well. They liked doing the freak offs. They requested certain men. You could see when a person is apprehensive about something. There was absolutely no apprehension in this woman. She was joyful. She had on a fishnet half bodysuit and heels. So since when do we dress sexy for somebody that's gonna do something that, like, if anything, she would have just came as she was. She wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It was no excitement about it. This woman got dressed up. You could tell she was excited about the situation. But now, all of a sudden, she's a victim. No, you're embarrassed. Just because you regret doing something, because you got caught, not because of the actions that you did. She don't regret none of that. On top of the fact, for any future man that she may deal with, this is the story she's gonna give him. And only a fool would believe it, because they're gonna look at that pretty face, because no doubt she's a beautiful woman. You're gonna look at that pretty face and you're just gonna assume, ain't no way she could be this devious and diabolical and freaky. She was with it. But now you're trying to claim a victim. It is a disservice and it's disrespectful to women that are truly victims of sexual assault. This is how a woman acts when she don't want to take no accountability for what she's done. Now, because you want to take $10,000 a month from a man, which is $120,000 a year. So for $10K, if you got $10,000 as a man, then you could have Daphne Joy for a day. How that sound? This is why men don't respect women that do certain stuff for money, because she got a price. So if you make this woman your woman, and a dude come through with deep pockets, and he gets her off to where you're not around, and he tell her, look, listen, I'll give you $1,000 if we could just do some nasty shit for give me a half an hour and you can have this 1,000. You know how many girls gonna jump on that? She going. And I'm not saying all women, cause you got some women that ain't having it. I don't care if you got 500,000. Why? Why she not gonna do it? Because she got a moral code. And when a person has a real, actual moral code, the money don't mean nothing. But those people are becoming few and far between. So now, your son, who's in junior high school, has to go to school knowing that a man was long stroking his mom's throat. See, victims don't do stuff like that. You was sucking it from every position, especially the one where you were basically sitting on your butt on the floor and the man stood over you and was just dropping it down your throat. What? You're a victim?
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
Any man go for that, yo. Use a super fool. I can't even say a number one fool. You're a fool to the 20th, 100th, 500th power. Now, if you just gonna let her say it and you ain't gonna debate with her because you trying to get them draws too and see what that be like, that's different. I can understand. I truly hope this is what happens. But 50 should file for custody of that child, because if she was any kind of mother at all, she wouldn't be running around with a bunch of men putting her image out there the way she do in the first place. She would be concerned about her son and being a good mother. But her concerns are the high life. That boy is nothing more to her than a meal ticket. I'm sure she love him because that's her blood. But she's not a mother. She's not a mom. We know what she is. And she's creating an environment where this boy gotta deal with some serious stuff that he shouldn't have to, because kids are relentless. I'm sure he already go through enough with people knowing who his dad is, because that creates a lot of jealousy, I'm sure. So now they almost have something to hold over his head. Because yeah, your dad might be this, but your mom is that. And all boys know it's certain ways and things that we don't even picture that our moms do. We don't want to picture that. Because you don't think that's your mom. Like, you don't think, and we all know that's how we got here. Our moms probably did some freaky stuff, but we don't need to see it. We don't need to have that in our visual, let alone it being in everybody's visual. Then I gotta come to school and deal with that. The boy gonna need therapy. A lot of it. I would rather have a woman that's a 5 and be loyal and truthful than a woman that's as beautiful as she is and be what she is. And a lot of you dudes don't see that. Y'all would rather have a beautiful woman that's rotten on the insides. And in all reality, that's going to come back to bite you in your ass. Because if you mess around and have a baby with her, your child too might have to be witness to your mom getting throat R-worded. Because he was R-wording that throat. He was going in. And she loved every minute of it. She loved it so much, she asked for more when they were chilling. And she was kissing the man. See, that's something else. Like, I've heard many a whore, because I used to be in strip clubs. All the people who know me, they know I used to do security for a strip club like in the early 2000s. And you had women in there that they kept it 100. They tell you, yeah, I be selling it sometimes, but I don't kiss dudes. I don't kiss them. Because kissing is real personal. Y'all was tonguing each other down. She was enjoying herself. And it is what it is. But at the end of the day, do not lie. Do not try to call yourself a victim. That's the part that I don't like. In effect, so many women is probably gonna back her up, yo. Cause it seems like women don't like holding other women accountable. And it's not all women. Cause like I said, you got some women with some high moral codes, but it's starting to seem like they fewer and further between. Like, it's hard to find them. And it kind of makes sense. Cause that's why a lot of the women I know that got high moral standards, all of them are taken. Because when you meet a woman like that, you know you better snatch her up. Because if you don't, somebody else is. And you're going to miss out. And this is why you have women that are beautiful just like her. And they 26, 27, and they single. It's a reason a woman that look that good is single. Because we as men know. Man, listen, if she was what she's supposed to be on a moral level, and she was actually feminine and man, I snatch her up so fast, her shoes will come off. Her shoes will be right there, just in the streets. It'll be me and her for the rest of our life. Men don't play when it come to that. And a lot of times women, y'all think y'all be fooling dudes. And I'm talking about the dudes that you want. Because them clowns, yeah, they go for it. They believe a lot of the bullshit y'all say. But y'all think that y'all fooling men by lying about the body count. You don't gotta lie. Because we know when you're lying. You know why? I'm just gonna tell, it's many reasons why. But one of them is, it's your personality. Your personality is real different when a woman slept with a lot of men. And one of the key things that women say that'll let you know when she slept with a lot of men is, I could sleep with a guy and not catch feelings. Boy, if that ain't a clue, that's the biggest clue in the book. Because a real woman, when she sleep with you, she gonna be wrapped around you. She gonna be hooked on you. Why? Because that's a woman that hasn't been with a lot of men. That's that oxytocin working. And this is why when you sleep with a virgin, what does she do? She be on you like white on rice. Plus, that's the first time she done felt that feeling. So, and I'm not even talking about the sex. I'm talking about the love, what that chemical does to their brain. That's the first time she felt that. And she's wrapped around dudes. But a woman who hasn't slept with a lot of men, she may have, yeah, 2, 3. I would personally say at the most 5. At the most. But when she still get that, it's a certain way those women act versus the women that slept with a whole lot of dudes act. I've seen women that are in love. Sometimes they will sit and just watch the man that they in love. They will just look at him, and it's a certain way that she looks at. You could tell she in love. She stuck. It's nobody that's pulling her off that man. And this is why I tell young dudes, when you first meet a woman, ask her, like, yo, you ever been in love before? And if she says yes, you might as well leave her alone, champ. You know why? Because you'll be walking in that dude's footprints the whole time you with her. Because a woman only really falls in love one time. And everything about him, she's going to compare to you. Everything. And if he ever runs into her while you're with her, she's gone. If he want her, she's gone. This is why you don't deal with a woman, or not in a relationship. You don't deal with a woman that's really been in love before. Because even though she's not with that dude, that's still his pussy. Believe that. But we not doing that victimhood. Because we saw the tape, Daphne. You could tell that shit to a sucker. For anybody who hasn't seen it, go watch it. Go watch how a victim doesn't act. It's that dirty toothpaste. Peace.